everybody, it is me, Jurassic Master, here to say that today we're going to be looking at the episode of Loki, episode 4 of Loki. So yeah, let's get started. Warning, there will be spoilers, so if you do not want any spoilers, click off the video now. So, we see right off the bat a young version of Sylvia. And I think that's cool that we get to see a young version of Sylvia and a little bit of about her past and why we don't really know why she got here, but we see a little bit of her past. I'm wondering, why did she really have to be taken out of her own reality and thrown into this new one? I think that's very suspicious and weird, and we didn't get an answer. But I have a theory that the reason why she was thrown out of her own reality is because Loki was there trying to save her, only, or not knowing that Loki was the cause of the Nexus's branch, and assumed that that was Sylvie Loki that was doing it. We also do see the timekeepers. We finally see the timekeepers, and we get to see behind the elevator for like a split second. So that's really cool to see the timekeepers. We will see them later in the episode. They say enchantment a lot. Like, a lot. They've been saying enchantment a lot. Like, not like every 2 seconds, or like every 10 minutes, but it seems like every 2 seconds they say enchantment with Sylvie. So I think they're definitely hinting at enchantment, or that she's going to become enchantress. Loki and Sylvia are saved because they cause a Nexus's branch, which means someone survived, or they did something so big that, that they caused a branch to not happen that breaks reality. So I don't know what it is. I have some theories. My theory at the moment is that it's Loki going back, or Sylvie going back to go save Loki, because later in the episode, Loki... Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. But, Loki, yeah. So, I think she's going to go save back Loki, but not... and then cause the branch. I think that's what the cause of it is. We also see a scene where Loki is put in a time loop, which I thought was a little funny. But, he was put in a time loop with Sim, and she's like, you cut my hair. And just, like, was just going on, and it was just a time loop. I thought it was a little funny. Just like, man... just time loops for him, just forever and ever. But Asmodeus learns that when Loki and Asmodeus sort of kind of have like their little meeting talk, he basically says, oh, he might have had a life before that, he might have had a wife and kids, and I think he did, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm wondering if his main life was a ski, or a jet ski. If he was somewhere in the Caribbean. And I have a theory on some things that we'll talk about in a minute, but I think that's interesting. So we can see that B15 is starting to remember her past life and is like, wait a minute, I don't remember this. Something's going on. So she takes Sylvie to the Roxanne Rex cart, and basically says, you put this in my mind, how did you do it? And she was saying that I don't make your imagination, I don't make your memories, I can't, I can only bring them back. And so she's like, alright, show me what do you mean? Like, she just basically had it that she could see her past again, and it was really cool to see that, of just seeing that she could see her past again, and I thought that was really cool. So we get a scene where Mobius and the other girl, I can't remember her name, for the love of God. Like, I can't remember her name at all. I'm terrible with names. But her and him are having like a couple drinks, and they're talking and laughing. I feel like in Mobius' previous life, that was his wife, or his girlfriend, or fiance, wherever. I think they were together because they get along really well. So I'm wondering if that was with their previous life. And C15 was their daughter. I don't know. That's kind of just my working theory at the moment. I don't know, but yeah. We also see that what happens to C20, and Osmodeus does see that too, and is showing that because the lady said, "Oh, she was just couldn't speak. She was just rambling and could not speak clearly." And it's very clear that she could speak clearly, and seems like she got pruned by that lady, which I can't remember her name. Mobius gets pruned. He says, if I could go anywhere, anytime, I would go to where I got to go skiing or jet skiing, and then he just get pruned, whatever. And I was like, no! Why would you do that? Like, why would you do that? Why would you think that would be a good idea? They need to bring him back. If they don't bring him back, I'm done with this. I'm done with the show. Okay, so now let's talk about the Timekeepers. Oh my goodness. When I first watched it, I had to literally turn up the volume to hear what they were saying, and I had to put subtitles on because they all sounded like this. And it was really like, I'm like, what are you saying? What are you saying, my guy? Like, all I hear is just I'm like, are you saying English, or is this some kind of like alien language that I just don't understand? What is this language you're saying? And so they battle, and then the big twist is that the Timekeepers were not there. I do think the Timekeepers, air quotes, are in control of this whole place, but I don't think that they were the ones. I don't think they have a physical body in that building. I think they're sort of like the AI of just memories of like everything. That's my current theory at the moment. But then when Loki is about to confess to Sylvie that he's like, oh, like clearly it's clear that he was going to confess to her that she liked him. And then I literally said this when I first was watching this, and I said it would be pretty funny if they just kill Loki, or like he just gets stabbed in the back, and then he gets pruned. I'm like, no. I only said that as a joke. I didn't mean to actually do it. No. But like, what? Why would you do that? Why would you do that to me? But then it ends with Sylvie saying, "I'm going to interview you. I'm going to tell me what I want to know." And then Loki goes to the. We see Loki in a different dimension. If you look in the background, you can see what looks to be the Stark's tower, and then we are looking at all these variant Lokis. We have Kid Loki. We have this old Loki. Oh, we'll talk about the alligator Loki. Oh my goodness, we got an alligator Loki. Whoa! I love the alligator Loki. I'm so excited. You can tell it was definitely CGI. And then we got this other person who was in the back to the left. Now, they don't have like a Loki crown. I'm wondering why do they have a Loki crown? I'm kind of wondering if that's a Thor, because if you zoom into the hammer, you can see that hammer. There's a hammer he's holding. So this might be a Thor. This might be our first introduction to Thor, or a air quotes variant Thor. I don't know, but I think that's pretty crazy that we might see a variant Thor. And kind of going off the theory that I had before of Loki, there's going to be like tons of Lokis, and they're going to have an election of like, who's the best Loki, and they're air quotes all going to vote for the main Loki that we know, and he's going to come back with an army of Lokis and be like, hey, you missed me? Well, guess what? You had to deal with two of us? Well, guess what now? I brought all of my friends, and I won an election. I don't know. That's kind of like my theory at the moment. I don't know, but that's just my theory at the moment. But I think that is all I have to say. So, thank you so much for watching. It means so much to me that you took the time out of your day to watch this video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me, guys, that you just took the time to watch to the end of this video. I know not very many people are going to watch the end of this video, and I don't really care. I just want to say thank you, viewer, whoever you are. Just thank you for watching to the end of this video. Tell me how I did, because I'm using this new kind of style of editing audio. thing. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I'm trying out this new editing audio stuff, and I used to do it on my old computer, but my old computer I had to convert it and move it over, and I feel like not doing all of that. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, cheese biscuits and bagels and frogs and pickles.